Hey Harlem. Good evening, y'all. Is it just us tonight, Harlem? I'm trying to eat. I'll be on just a second. I'm trying to let some people come in. Yep, just us. That's fine too. We'll do it. I got something to say. Maybe it's too late for people. Or then I get my notifications. Hey, Montana. Here we go. Montana, you hear the buzz that's going on around these streets? I'm coming on in just like a few seconds. Prosecutor got fired. Yeah, Harlem, this is regular time, sort of, so we'll see. All right, I'm coming on. Okay. Add to the stage. Hey. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Come on in, hit the like button as you come in. We got a lot. We got something to talk about tonight, okay? So don't forget to hit the like. Also, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. You know the norm. I was Montana and I couldn't come. It's late dinner, right? And I could not come on. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I could not come on eating on the camera. So I just had to finish up really quick. But listen, let's go ahead and talk about it as you guys come in. Don't forget, hit the like button. That helps us to remain in the algorithm that supports our channel for free. And we do appreciate it. You could not, because I eat silently. So no, Montana. Okay, let's go. So the big news, the breaking news is that Maurene Comey has gotten fired. The link is in the chat. I want to talk about it. I don't want this to be a monologue. I want it to be a dialogue that we are talking back and forth. Because I was on and I didn't have the camera on, and I said I'm almost done. So what was I eating, if you know that? So y'all come on up, right now if you want to, or as we get into it, because I am going to read the article first. And then we got a lot to talk about because there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff being thrown out, a lot of different reasons why she could possibly be why she could have gotten fired. So no chicken. Nope. My daughter's eating chicken. She's eating Wingstop. All I was eating was Cajun corn. That's it. And I had this right here and I shouldn't be even drinking that. I should be drinking water. That's all I had. So anyway, Maurene Comey, back to Maurene. So this is kind of a lot to talk about because it's a big deal because she just was the main prosecutor is so good. The main prosecutor for Diddy and Diddy's trial, who was ultimately hoping to win the RICO, right, against him. And that didn't happen. So let me read the article if you haven't already. That's okay if you have. I'm still wanting to read it really quick, just so we can get a feel of it. And, we'll put the infamous glasses on so she can see. She has to see, right? So she can get it right. So, Montana, keep your comments to yourself tonight. How about that? Okay, here we go. Let me pull it up. Every time I put my glasses on now, I always think about him. All right, so here is what U.S. News is saying, and there's a ton of outlets talking about it. All right, so Moren Comey, prosecutor in the Jeffrey Epstein case, reportedly fired by the DOJ. Reports are saying that daughter of former FBI Director James Comey is terminated, but no specific reason given for the decision. I might have an idea of why because of what I've heard. So all of this is alleged until we get some concrete evidence, some concrete information. And trust me and Harlem are digging because we want to know. Maurene Comey outside this picture. I wish I could pull this up. I tried to pull it in and I couldn't. So I'm going to read it really quick. The Justice Department has fired Maurene Comey, the daughter of former FBI Director James Comey and prosecutor in the federal case against Sean Diddy Combs and Jeffrey Epstein. Two people familiar with the matter told the Associated Press on Wednesday, which is today. There was no specific reason given for her firing from the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York, according to one of the people who spoke to the AP on the condition of anonymity to discuss personnel matters. The Justice Department and Comey did not immediately respond to the Guardian's request for comment. Her termination comes shortly after she prosecuted Combs, who was acquitted of trafficking and racketeering charges. The rapper was convicted of lesser prostitution-related offenses. I'm sorry, I don't know no other way to say it. Comey also prosecuted Epstein and his former girlfriend, alleged girlfriend, madam, whatever, right hand, co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell on trafficking charges as well. Earlier this month, Attorney General Pam Bondi attracted the ire of longtime right-wing supporters of Donald Trump when she announced the Justice Department did not have a list of Epstein's alleged clients. Laura Loomer, the 32-year-old conspiracy theorist whose influence over Trump has come under scrutiny, accused Bondi of covering up child X crimes because allegedly Bondi was supposed to have the list, and the list was on her desk. She was typing it up, but yet there's no list. Moving on. Calls for the department to release the Epstein files have grown louder in recent days, with House Speaker Mike Johnson breaking with the president on Tuesday, which was yesterday. On today, Trump lashed out at his supporters in a lengthy social media post, calling them gullible weaklings, he's stupid, who'd fallen for a radical left hoax by Democrats to discredit him. So he's going off on his supporters, calling them all kind of names. The Justice Department recently appeared to acknowledge the existence of an investigation into James Comey, though the basis of the inquiry is unclear. He was abruptly fired by Trump during his first administration in 2017. James Comey was the FBI director when Trump took office in 2017, having been appointed by then President Barack Obama and serving before that as a senior Justice Department official in President George W. Bush's administration. But his relationship with Trump was strained from the start, and Comey resisted a request from Trump at a private dinner to pledge personal loyalty to the president, an overture that so unnerved the FBI director that he documented it in contemporaneous memorandum. Soon after Trump fired Comey amid an investigation into potential ties between Russia and Trump's presidential campaign. That inquiry, later taken over by special counsel Robert Mueller, would ultimately find that although Russia interfered with 2016 election and the Trump team welcomed the help, there was insufficient evidence to prove a criminal collaboration. Trump's fury at the older Comey continued long after firing him from the Bureau, blaming him for a hoax and witch hunt that cast a shadow over much of his first term. Comey disclosed contemporaneous memos of his conversations with Trump to a friend so that their content could be revealed to the media. And the following year, he published a book calling Trump ego-driven and likening him to a mafia don. Trump, for his part, has accused Comey and other officials of treason. So that's the article. Let's talk about it. What are y'all talking about here? How did I know you was eating them then? Okay, it was a rare occasion in Harlem. Quit lying. She wants some corn too. Okay, so we're gonna let Montana on up. Come on up, Harlem, if you want to. Anybody else out in there, out in the chat that wants to come up is welcome. So, what are your thoughts about this? And I'll tell you mine about her being fired on today, just amid the conviction of Sean Combs on lesser charges and her failing to convict him of a RICO charge. What do you got, Montana?
All right, you remember I said this was a big worldwide high profile case, and when in a lot of cases like that, when prosecutors lose, they get fired.
You did say that.
And I said, and then I also was telling when I was saying she needed to be fired, effective immediately when she told that guy to hold off on the lawsuit.
Yep.
And her day finally came. Yep.
You called it. And so basically basically, what I did find out, just from listening to other people and kind of trying to get as much information as I could, before I came on here. So what my opinion is here is that Comey did flop on the Diddy case, as far as when we heard that he was coming, when we heard that they were going to arrest Diddy, he had been indicted. We heard that there's numerous videos, there's celebrities on these videos, there's phone calls, there's text messages that were detrimental. Like there was a whole bunch of things that they claimed that they were going to bring forward once he was in trial, once the trial started. And if you guys remember, we all was kind of like, okay, you got to bring it. I thought she was going to come a little bit harder than that. Where's the other evidence? Like, we're just waiting. At some point, we thought like, oh, okay, they did good today. They did really good today. Other points was like, not really good. So do we think she flopped and that her evidence sucked? Or do we think this has nothing to do with her firing? According to those that were actually in the courtroom, or a couple of people that were in the courtroom, they said that she came, she stood her ground. She was like a little animated and she was really consistent in her heart. It felt like, hey, April Showers, don't forget the link is in the chat. Welcome tonight. Thank you for coming back. That she was really committed to trying to get this RICO on Diddy, but it just wasn't enough to pull it off. Or do we think that this is a Trump thing, that this is solely a Trump thing, has nothing to do with the Diddy case?
I don't think it was a Trump thing. Just like I said, imagine how much money you cost the government by going to trial for 2 months.
But here's one thing I want to say. I want you to think about it, Montana. So just in this past week, the White House has been in shambles because of this Epstein list and revealing the information that they had on Epstein and his list of clients and just his long list of people. And what we're speculating, allegedly, is that Trump is a big part of that, because him and Trump were like this. You will see him and Trump together a lot on Epstein's island. You will see him at a party and Trump is there. You will see them just like this. And so we were thinking, well, people are thinking, I don't know, but are thinking that it could possibly be a little bit of both. The case that she lost, plus a little bit that's going on in the White House. Okay.
But another thing is, firing her, if it was a Trump thing, firing her would be a big problem, because they just give her more ammo to want to expose everything that she ran across.
Sorry. Well, probably so, which could have possibly got her in trouble, and I'll tell you why. But for me, allegedly, Trump had her fired, is what I think. He's like, go get rid of her. This is just my thing. Now that they're pressing so hard to get this Epstein, because remember, she prosecuted Epstein before this last time when he unalived himself. So he was a registered ex offender. And so now they're pressuring real hard, saying, you guys were going to give us this information. You didn't give us this information. And so now what I'm thinking is he's getting her out the way, because she's the one that prosecuted these people, even Ghislaine Maxwell. Now he can come in and he can go give Ghislaine a pardon. He can give Diddy a pardon. And there's really like just, even if she was there, I'm sure he could do it anyway, but it just makes it a more smoother ride for him.
But if she would have got him convicted of the RICO, would she have still got fired from the Trump administration then? That's why I don't think it's a Trump thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a Trump thing.
Go right ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think it's a Trump thing because, like you saying about all of this with Epstein, She was involved with Epstein. She was the prosecutor with Maxwell when she got convicted. I think, yeah, they fired her. He has issues with her father. They
Yep.
fired her, and behind them firing her, more than likely, Maxwell is going to get a pardon
And more
because
than
Trump is
likely,
trying to get rid of all of this Epstein stuff.
that's what I believe. And I believe that if Trump does not allow for Ghislaine to be pardoned, even she's going to tell it. Like, he knows she was there. She is his KK to Diddy. She's his KK to Jeffrey Epstein, which I say that to say she knows everything that went on. And I feel like he feels like I got to get rid of anybody that was had anything to do with Epstein that could hurt him, right? For being and she prosecuted Epstein. So I just think that it may look a little bit like this has to do with Diddy and that case, but I really think the bulk of it, and again, everything is alleged that we're talking about. These are just our opinions here on this channel. I really believe that it has a lot to do with this Epstein stuff that's blowing up just over the last week and a half. Now, what I've also heard, and this is alleged too, and I think you can go find it, but I also heard that she was fired under the Article 2 Constitution that included bribery. Hold on. This Article 2 Constitution includes bribery. Treason, bribery, and high crimes or misdemeanors. And so what that Article 2 says is that the president, the vice president, civil officers can be removed or impeached under these things. Well, I was listening to Armand. Shout out to Armand and his channel. And someone came up and she said, listen, if you guys remember, so if she was let go under any of these circumstances, bribery specifically, would that not connect her to a certain blogger that she was possibly paying to put out information? And so that's where bribery came in. And not only that, hold on, Montana, I'm getting there. Not only that, there was, if you guys remember in court, there was also some information that was leaked. And so was Comey a part of releasing that information? We don't know. Go ahead, Montana.
All right. With the bribes and all that alone, every case that she tried, all the inmates that she's convicted supposed to come back to get their case dismissed or supposed to get a pardon.
Yeah. Which is why we're saying Ghislaine Maxwell could definitely possibly get a pardon.
So we might get a dismissal from Diddy now.
We might get it dismissed, or if he don't, he will be pardoned.
Yeah, he gonna have to, because after if they charge her and can prove that she did the things that she did, she could have been doing the same thing with people cases she convicted.
Yeah. In addition to this Article 2, where it says that an official can be let go under treason, bribery, high crimes, and misdemeanors, also says that they are the reasoning is abuse of public office and conduct, and they're not able to maintain their integrity and show or just not able to keep their integrity and doing things, that could possibly try to help their case, which it didn't help her in this case. And we're not saying this is fact what she did. These are just all speculation. These are just things we are hearing, things we're throwing out. But at the end of the day, I truly believe that this has to do with a lot to do with Trump and his stuff that's going on.
But I don't think, all right, if Trump trying to keep it on the down low, trying to make it disappear, why create an enemy by firing somebody? Because that's what make people come out when you done mistreated them. This lady done lost her job. She done went to school all these years to get a law degree. She done worked all these years to be a federal prosecutor to get her position, and you just take it away from her. Imagine what type of way she feeling right now.
Which is why we're saying, why is she fired? Like, she was the one that was responsible for releasing sealed documents for Epstein. She was the one that made those decisions, what would be sealed and what would be not be. So, and if you think about it, this Epstein thing is hot right now. This is what they're talking about. So what did she do? I mean, they can just fire her for nothing. There has to be a reason. You can't just say you're fired today and no reason.
Right.
Requesting permission to speak.
Sure, April, go right ahead. Thank you for asking.
Hello, Montana. Hello, Harlem. Hello,
Hey, how are you?
favorite. Let me
Hi.
tell y'all something. I don't even know where to begin to even think with this. I'm
That's,
like Montana.
that's what they want us to believe.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying this is a Trump thing. I'm not thinking this is a Trump thing. I'm thinking that it just shows that her and her daddy been corrupt when it comes to this Epstein stuff. Okay. Y'all, and I believe it's some higher ups that's calling this. I always believed that during that trial, because I was following that trial, and they proved the result. They proved everything in that case. And next thing you know, they dropped some of them charges. I said, now who done called them? Because now we got to think, Diddy he still got tapes. They didn't get all of them tapes he had. They know Diddy got evidence on them people.
Well, that's why we're saying, like, this is bigger than really what we can even see with our eyes. Like,
That's
this is
why I'm telling people this is way bigger. Like,
all of it
Diddy
is.
probably got politicians, judges, all of the ex-presidents, superstars, pastors, anybody you name it. Okay? They know he got him a ace in the hole. And I believe they just trying their best to cover it up as best as possible. And all of that Epstein stuff by saying,
That's just a throw off.
with them saying like it ain't no list. Well, if it wasn't no list, then you gotta let Miss Maxwell go. Cause then if there ain't no list, then she ain't seen nothing. Or whatever. Now she's saying, oh, I'll give names if he pardons me. Like now she trying to force his hand. And then Diddy trying to force his hand. So, it's 50-50 either way. I don't even know what to think. What about y'all? I'm just like, this is way too much. You don't know what to think. Now, we all know all of them presidents allegedly, and all this is alleged, and it's just our opinion. Past and former and presidents, we know they all went to that island. We all know they got on that Lolita, the plane named Lolita. Okay? Them people ain't gonna let that stuff come out. I don't care what nobody say. We ain't gonna never know them names. Never know. Just like we ain't gonna never know them Diddy's list and all of them tapes that they confiscated. Because you can even look at the way that they presented the Diddy case. They didn't present him for all of the stuff that he was supposed to allegedly did to Usher, Justin Bieber, the unaliving of people. I mean, just the way they presented it, because I just believe that they know Diddy got that ace in the hole, and I think it's way bigger than Trump. That's just my opinion. I think it's way bigger than Trump. I think Trump following some orders of somebody,
Well,
and they really mad.
for me,
And to be honest, I don't think Epstein is unalive. I think Epstein is living on the island somewhere.
okay, Miss
Because
April, go ahead. Let me let you finish.
okay, because when he was allegedly supposed to have unalived himself, the power went out in New York that night. The prison was off the grid. Now all of a sudden y'all come up with some videotape with the first minute or so. That man somewhere living on the island because they smart. Epstein and Diddy both had some ace in the holes. They got them tapes, they got lists, they don't know where they at, and they got to, they got to dance to the higher ups music. That's just my opinion. Like this
Well,
Right.
thing is way
Right.
bigger than
I,
Trump.
right. I just have to say this. You're saying that Trump, what you believe is that Trump is answering to somebody higher than him or bigger than him. I think they're answering to Trump. Like Trump is in the background running the show. That's what I think.
And I got a friend that's saying that too.
I know that this is way bigger than what we can just blatantly see, but there are some people in the background. But I think Trump is part of that. Allegedly, that's what I believe, and I believe that.
But all of them presidents, all of them are sick. Biden had his daughter. You remember when they broke into the psychiatrist's office and stole her diary? They all got dirt on them. All of them.
They do. And I believe that I have to stand on. I just believe that this is all coming, or this is all playing out like this because of Epstein and everybody that comes behind him. Epstein, Ghislaine, all of them. That's what it's about. And you watch, Ghislaine is going to be pardoned. He's
but
going to.
let me tell you something. They got them where they want
PFF.
them. And
Okay,
they
go
got
ahead.
them. They got them in a prison cell, right? If
If
they
they
wanted,
in the prison cell,
listen, you know how many high-ranked gang members that's in those prisons that they can make a call to and get them gone, just like that, and make it look like they
that's
died in a
what I'm
prison
saying.
fight.
If they
Just
in a prison
if
cell,
they want to if they want to clear it up, why
and
keep him
especially dealing with
why
kids,
why keep
because
him
that's a
alive?
universal gang law,
Why keep
Montana.
why keep him alive if you know he got all this weight on y'all? He better
Who?
off dead. Epstein and that girl you
Oh,
talking about.
Epstein and Ghislaine.
Yeah, they better off dead with with the information that I'm just saying that's how the world goes. If you
But
got
they
that much
got, but
powerful information,
I believe that they got. I believe Epstein wasn't stupid neither. He was another Diddy. He
just
probably was videotaping. Wait a minute, don't you know that they done found things now that's coming from Epstein's island? Did y'all hear about that?
No, do
just
tell.
listen,
Telephone things
just
Hold on,
been
like
hitting on Epstein Island.
hold on, Miss April. What are you saying, Montana?
just like I said, I mean to make not to make it sound so harsh, but when you got that much power where they know that you got all the power to expose them, you better off dead. They want you dead. Just like when you are part of a
Unalive.
cartel, just like when you are part of a cartel and you get busted with their stuff, what they gonna do when you get locked up? They put their hit out on you so you won't tell, right?
Yeah.
The same thing with them. And they the
But what
government,
about
so they
the
can.
evidence? They don't know
They,
where the evidence is
but
at.
and then the thing about it is they could kill that man in that prison, and they are the government to clean it up. They make it look like he died in a regular prison fight, and
But
you will
what
never know.
about But what about I believe Epstein and Diddy got them people right where they want them at Montana. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can unalive them,
Listen,
but
man, that prison, whoever called
we
that
know
hit,
they can
they they
unalive them. But what
they could,
I'm saying is there's too much. They don't know where all of the
yeah,
evidence is hidden.
because
They holding that tight.
it ain't nothing for them to call that prison and that prison turn off all the cameras and pay somebody to go in there and stab him up. And there's no camera footage because the cameras weren't working that day, allegedly.
And what if Diddy then told his family if something happened to me,
So
this
did
is
it.
this is so and so. You send these tapes to all of these people. Cause Diddy, I believe they got an ace in the hole. They know that. That's why they gotta keep his ass alive and protected. Cause they don't like the fact that he's that he got some tapes on
But
them. He
but
was
April,
already recording the people.
if he had those tapes on him like that, you know what they're gonna do? Clip loose ends. He got to go. Hello?
Harlem. Oh, Miss April went away. Where'd she go?
I don't know.
Harlem, come on. What you saying? You quiet.
Cause they all was talking. I was letting them talk.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay. It was a good conversation though.
Yeah, but there's this guy. He used to be in the mob. His name is Michael Francis something. He says that he was in the MDC in that jail cell, and that there's no way that you can actually commit suicide. I'm sorry, that you can unalive yourself because there's nothing in there.
Ain't that what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you?
He's
But people do
he
make.
No,
Go,
what I'm
he's
saying is,
he's
go
go
ahead,
ahead,
saying there's
Harlem.
Harlem.
nothing in there, and like during that time they did say, yeah, that the cameras weren't working, the guard wasn't looking, or whatever happened. So whatever happened. And then
Exactly.
they put out that video, and it's what, a minute or something that's missing from the
Yeah,
video.
60 seconds.
Yeah, so
Right. That's
they just
enough
moved him
time to
out.
get him up out of there.
Hey, Miss April, just a second. What did you go ahead, Harlem? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying they just took that was time for them to be able to move him out of there.
So
I
they're
don't
saying
I don't think he's gone. I think he's somewhere,
you do.
wherever.
They said that how would they move him in 60 seconds?
They
Oh
moved
my
him.
God.
Or how would he unalive himself in 60 seconds?
I think
Go
they
ahead,
moved
April.
him.
Miss April.
Hey, when El Chapo was leaving the prison, wasn't they getting him up out of there? Wasn't he escaping? Now come on, y'all. Come on now. We're talking about
It's
power and
so
money and not being
oh, who y'all think who thinks Epstein is still in existence? Did
I
they
do.
have a funeral, a memorial, or anything?
No, that's just what they
So
told
do
us.
you think that he could do that and still be somewhere on an island, even if he's on an island? Like somebody has to see him. So you can what? How is he getting away with it?
Probably
Where's
changed his
he at?
identity. Probably changed his identity.
When I was on the cruise ship last year,
Y'all hear me?
and we looked out there, and I said, I wonder.
Y'all hear
And
me?
we saw different islands. I said, where? I wonder if Jeffrey Epstein on one of them
Can't hear
islands
anybody.
that we
Oh,
saw. I
can y'all?
have never believed that man
Y'all
was
hear me?
unalive.
Y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
hear
we're
you
back.
now, Montana. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I just think, me personally, that Epstein and Diddy hold the cards. You know, yeah, they could be off, but I believe they were smarter and they know that they got evidence on their butt. If something was to happen to them, that somebody gonna release some stuff. So we got it. They
Epstein
hate
got a
that
whole new
stuff.
name and everything.
They hate that Diddy. They hate that this little black dude done outwitted them. That's why they went in that house. They had the whole layout. They knew where everything. That man had secret cameras in that house. They hate the fact that he got evidence, and they
That
don't know.
that Diddy has evidence.
Yeah, he's got evidence hidden somewhere on all of them other people. Do you think that Harlem? I mean, just think about it. If something was to happen to Diddy, don't you think that he done told them boys or who knows whatever the woman that really loved him, somebody know where them tapes are at. That's all I'm saying.
So, but at the
They
end of
did
the
not show they did not show any of them tapes in court. Remember, you were supposed to hear about all of these folks on
yeah,
these tapes, but
nothing.
they done left the country. Now they not here in the United States, but they
Well,
done
that's
all left the country.
well, that's why she didn't win the case. She couldn't beat him, get him beat on that RICO, is because she didn't bring strong enough evidence. Well, some people would say that she did. We saw the RICO, but for some reason, the jurors didn't see a RICO. And if we believe what the alternate juror is running around here saying, which we're finding out that he could be not telling the truth, then
Girl, no alternate juror. They weren't even supposed to be speaking. Because the way that alternate juror was speaking, they wasn't even supposed to have been discussed in the case.
now Bridget is saying she's in California. She's saying that they're now reporting that there is 3 minutes of Epstein footage missing. 3 minutes now. It was just 60 seconds. Now 3 minutes. So
Yeah.
now I don't know. Now I don't know.
I'm
Man,
telling y'all,
y'all
when
hear
y'all
me?
See, that's
have
what
them,
I said. They
Y'all
got him
hear me?
out of
yep,
there.
Y'all hear me?
they got him out of there because
Yeah,
the power went out in New York. It went out on that whole
Man,
grid where
man,
that prison is at. There was
Epstein
a
got a whole new
power
name
outage.
now. Epstein got a whole new name now. Changed his whole identity. If you
again,
walk
you
up to
guys,
him,
as you guys come in, this is all alleged. It's only our opinions on here. Hit the like button. Go ahead, Montana.
I said Epstein got a whole new name and everything now. Whole change of
Yeah, he
identity.
got one over them. This stuff is being played out because he got an ace in the hole. And Diddy does too. Y'all don't remember when they said Epstein was unalive? The power went out on that grid where that prison was at. Google it. Google it, Miss
Hey,
Phases.
and let me
Okay.
tell you something else, phases. Like all the, all our inputs that we giving in, all of us on this panel is wrong, because at the end of the day, only they know the truth, and we speculate. And if it's so easy for us to speculate, we wrong, because it's supposed to be where nobody can figure it out, but the person who really behind it.
Yeah.
We
Well,
would
the
never
person
figure it
that
out.
behind it, I mean,
We,
they making it obvious. Y'all
I
ain't
mean,
gonna never see
that's
no
what they post.
list.
That's what they're supposed to do. So it could be different theories of the real story. That's what it's supposed to be. You don't supposed to never figure it out. So
So
if
listen, what I found. Now, this is just what I Googled, okay? I said, did the power go out when Epstein was unalive, or, when he passed away? It says, no, there is no evidence to suggest a power outage occurred at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan, New York, on the specific night Jeffrey Epstein unalive on August the 10th, 2019. However, the prison surveillance system experienced several issues. Only 2 cameras near the special housing unit where Epstein was housed were recording, according to a 2023 report by the Department of Justice's Office of the Inspector General. One of these cameras captured footage of the common area and stairways, but Epstein's cell door was out of view. The system was outed and not properly maintained, with DVR hard drives prone to malfunction, according to the OIG report. Earlier in 2019, the MCC did experience a power outage that lasted a week. So what they're saying is that it wasn't a particular outage, but the cameras were not pointing directly on his cell, allegedly. That's just what we pulled up. It says his unaliving was officially ruled as suicide. There were several procedural violations on the night of his unaliving, including guards failing to conduct required checks and falsifying records. Video surveillance footage from the night of Epstein's unaliving has also been controversial, with reports of edits and gaps, according to Wired and other news sources. So I don't know. It's so many stories. You said,
like I said, I remember, because I was a person, like, I've always watched, I used to watch HLN News and all of that, Nightline and all of that stuff. And I remember that. That's what I'm saying. They keep forgetting. It's some of us people, we remember. And I'll never forget, they say, I can remember on Nightline them saying that something had happened and it was enough time. But I'm going to tell you like this. We ain't running the world like Montana say, but Montana is bigger than us. Do you think them people want to be exposed if somebody got evidence?
But at the same time, we would never know. You see how easy we coming up with our theories. If we so easy to come up with our theories, we are wrong because nobody don't supposed to really know the real story, but the person who behind the crime.
So then, would you
Miss
think?
April, hold on, let him get finished. Let him finish. Go ahead,
okay.
Like we could speculate all we want. If we come up with our own theory just that fast, we are wrong because nobody don't know the real truth but the person who's behind it. And it's their job to make everybody have different theories so the real truth won't come out. At least they know they hiding their tracks real good. If we coming up with all these theories that we're wrong. They looking back at us, they could go on they could go on YouTube right now and look on the news right now and look at the news reporting this, look at bloggers talking about it, and they laughing at our crazy asses. Because they know they got us. Because they know they got us fooled.
No, well, what you
I'm being
want to
serious.
say?
They know they got us fooled.
I mean, I'm following you, but then at the same time, check this out. So, would you want to say that? Okay, then can we look at it like Trump trying to clean up the mess? Then, since if we supposed to be looking at it in a whole nother way.
Let me tell you something, April. When you are messing with people at that high power that commit crimes, it's hard to figure it out because they have masterminds that figure this stuff out for years and years before the crime even get committed, where they can play it out. That's why with a lot of murders that's why with a lot of murders and hits they put out, you will never know the truth. Just like with John F. Kennedy, that hit, you will never know the truth. Because they cover their tracks so good.
Yeah.
They hire precise professionals to do their dirty work.
And that was another thing Trump said. he was gonna release them files too now.
Just like right now, as we people, right? We could hire a street dude. The say for instance, somebody did some crazy stuff to me. I could hire a street dude a little couple of thousands of dollars to put a hit out on somebody, and next week that same person that got caught that I put that hit out on. I mean, the same person who did the hit get caught, right? But on that type of level, you will never know who did it because they're so professional in what they do.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And the people and the powers that be
Well,
have the.
I'm glad Harlem agrees with me.
They have the power to make anything happen the way they want it to happen.
Yeah, and
They
you will never know.
They want you to know.
Exactly. And just like I say, they go on, they looking at us like, look at them fools. They think they got this all figured out. They far behind.
You know what? And I could believe you, Mr. Montana, with all due respect. What exactly is going on? What is these powers to be? But I still say, you know, I say this country was built on lies, right? And the lies are continuing, and all of them are some allegedly.
And let me tell you some reason why. Let me tell you why nothing can be done to these people, why they're so powerful.
And they're for each other, as far as I'm concerned.
But listen, April, the reason why they're so powerful and can make everything go away and nothing done to these people is because without these people, there will be no United States. These are the people that makes the world turn. Their businesses and their companies and their wealth is what make the world turns.
Both you and Miss April Montana have really good, good theories, and it just make you wonder, right? It makes me wonder, and I just like you said, we don't know, but just what I think. And now you're telling me there were 60 minutes. Now you're saying there's three whole minutes. Like I'm now hard. It make me believe like this man's somewhere chilling. He's still alive. He's somewhere chilling. His family know where he is, the closest people to him, and we'll never know.
Hey, phases. If you every billionaire in the United States, right? Every billionaire that you know, every billionaire or a trillionaire, that's people that's possibly could be a trillionaire. Every billionaire or slash trillionaire you know in the United States, if you take them out the world right now, or take them out the world right now, the United States will be broke. Because these people what makes the world turn.
Yeah.
With their foolishness and with what they do, and they keep their generational wealth going. They keep all of they mess going on.
We talking about people who sitting on $500, $600, $700 billion. These are the people I'm talking about.
Power in other countries too.
Yeah.
All over the world.
You know, I'm talking about people bigger than Elon, got more money than Elon, make Elon money look like trash.
Gosh.
These are the people I'm talking about. That's why nothing can be done to them, because there would be no United States without these people.
Ooh, well, you guys, thank y'all for being here. Everybody that's coming in, hit the like button. There's a free way to support the channel. We do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Join the conversation. The link is in the chat if anybody else wants to come up. And don't forget to become a member because it's lit over here. Good vibes only. Good vibes only.
Another thing, I want to talk about this Beyonce thing, right?
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Are we done with the Maurene? It started out being Maurene, but we went in a whole another direction. But are we ready to move on, everybody?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Good conversation. Go ahead.
I took my time. I said, let me read this article. Let me read the article about this here incident, right? The whole incident seemed staged to me because when you're pulling up to a concert, if you are choreography for Beyonce, right? Your vehicle, you're gonna be under a lot of security as if Beyonce is under
I
security.
said it. Yes, yes. Keep going.
Even when you pull up to that place and get valet parked, there's security watching your vehicle and also her vehicles.
Yep.
And who's
Yep.
watching these vehicles? The security. So how
Yep.
you go in a building? How you go in a building and come back out hour later and your car broken into and you driving a Jeep Wagoneer? You got Bentleys and all type of stuff in that parking lot to get break into G wagons, all type of stuff to break into,
Like,
and you
now
want to
y'all
break
really
into
trying to play us
and,
stupid now.
and you
I'm
want
the
to
same, bro.
Yeah, I felt the same way too,
you got
Montana.
you got people pulling up in Bentleys, G wagons, and all type of stuff, and I'm a breaking up. Excuse my language, a punk ass just Wagoneer. Listen, I'm being real.
I
I'm
know you
being
are being serious, huh? I know you. That was funny though. But listen, Montana, I am with you, with you, with you. I said there is no way, that they weren't being that stuff. How is all of that information not being watched 24/7? How is
exactly,
it not secured 24/7 for someone to actually have time to come and steal everything that was in that car? I don't believe it. I believe it was a setup, an inside job. My
and
opinion,
nobody knew it was in that car, and they did it within an hour.
within
That
an
means
hour.
so either that choreographer did it or a security guard did it.
Yeah, one of them called and knew it was going to be there and called somebody to do it for it. I mean, it was something. They got to really dig into this. They say they have someone that they have a warrant for or something like that, allegedly, and that they kind of are that they used Find Me on Apple to find the stuff, but it still don't care. I feel like, just my opinion, and here come Gray. Oh Lord, she might change my whole mind. But hi, Gray. But I feel like it just feels like it was an inside job. That's just my opinion.
Just like Epstein.
Harlem, come on with it. Did you see it? I mean, because Harlem just put it on mute and let us have at it.
No, I listened to the video. I had said when you first talked about it, me and Alberta, we both said we thought it was an inside job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
because
it's
definitely.
just so obvious.
it's just no way. This has
Yeah.
never happened before.
And then you
All
find the arrest.
deadlocked, secured, and it's
And
always been that way. How in the world did that happen?
you get arrested fast. You
Stop
know how
it.
many cars done been broken into in Atlanta and they never found the person? They never
Yeah,
found the car.
yep.
Atlanta
But
is
I
this.
just found it strange that she was in Atlanta. She had 3 or 4 shows.
Yeah,
Like Atlanta is the only city I think that she had that many shows.
yeah, and
Listen,
that's her because that was her last stint.
listen. If you stole all that stuff out that car, you might well should have stole a Wagoneer too.
I mean, take
Cause
everything.
I took that chop shop and I damn sure could use the motor.
Gray, how you doing tonight?
How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah.
Good, thank
Hey,
you.
Greg, what's up?
Hey,
Doing
I call
well.
a comment on a Comey situation.
Okay, we can go back there and go. We can talk about it all.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not surprised. I think it has something to do with the Diddy situation, but probably not totally to do with it. But you know how I feel about the case because I've called in a couple of times. But when I saw those 6 prosecutors take that case, even before they lost the case, I thought they are really risking their careers because I was pretty sure it would get overturned on appeal. It's just it's not a good case to bring two exes to the stand and claim it's sex trafficking. But now that this is the Trump administration, Trump just ordered a federal investigation into her father, James Comey. Like, what's today? Wednesday? I think
Yes,
Monday they announced that.
yes, I saw that.
So, he's not going to let her stay in his Justice Department. But because this is such a big case, I guess, they let it stay. But I hear they've racked up millions of dollars in legal fees because they thought they were going to get their RICO, and they thought that was going to be part of the justification for taking his money, Diddy's money, to pay for the trial, to pay for the RICO. Because remember all those times they kept saying these people came in 27 times, 30 times, and all this investigating they did, all the Homeland Security that broke into two of his mansions and took all these things, and all they got was baby oil and Astroglide. All of that stuff they claimed was multi-millions of dollars that they had planned on taking from him. I think it's a colossal failure for them.
Oh,
Even though we have race issues in this country, women still fight hard to be respected. And to have 6 women lose a case that's based on a Me Too movement and faulty allegation and lies, it's kind of disgraceful. That's a lot of egg on your face.
yeah, it is. Now that's a fact. That's a fact. But do you think that it's so? So you don't think that it's just the Diddy thing? Do you think that it's the Epstein stuff too that's unraveling?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Maurene Comey, she prosecuted Ghislaine
And,
Maxwell.
and Epstein prior to before this last time.
Well, she had the case, and the only person who got prosecuted and convicted was Ghislaine
Yeah,
Maxwell.
yeah, because Jeffrey was gone, but it should have been more people. But before this, he was a registered ex offender.
Yes, he was.
Yes. So, and I think she was responsible for getting that. But then,
Well, what I remember about that somewhat vaguely,
I'm listening, y'all. Keep going, Gray. I'm listening. I'm going to turn the camera off
is
for just a
that
second.
he had been found guilty or pled guilty to doing something to a 13-year-old in Florida some years ago. So that's where that first kind of tag came from. But this big old thing about an island and all these rich people and all this salacious stuff, that was a whole new ball game. But I think the problem is Ghislaine Maxwell is now asking the Congress, the United States Congress, to give her a certain amount of immunity if she can come before Congress and testify. I don't know if you guys have heard about that.
I ain't heard about that.
Right. So that's making the headlines now. We'll have to see if they let her do that. And you see, Trump is trying his very, very best to suppress this whole thing. The Epstein thing.
Oh yeah, he wants rid of that. He wants that gone. He wants it to go away. Go away. Because why?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing about it. He's back in office now, right? So he's claiming nothing to see here. But whatever there is to see, he now knows. He knows what it is.
He knows what
And
it is. He
so,
knows he's a part of it allegedly, and there is a list. They're saying it's not, but the woman said, Bondi said, it's a list on my desk. I was typing the list, but then all of a sudden there's no list.
well, they claim there's no list. There are no real victims. There's nothing really to prosecute. There are no co-conspirators. They're claiming all that. But
You
the
know
thing that's, well, I don't think we truly know why.
we can
But I
speculate.
know this is the thing. They know.
They just like Montana said.
They know. And so I think the thing with Maurene Comey is that she's one of the heads that are going to roll. I think the other 5 are going to go right behind her. I don't know if that's going to make the news or not, but I just can't see. It's just too it's just a colossal fail. And then you have your victims, your so-called victims, which are Cassie and Jane. You have these guys coming out doing all these interviews, talk about everything they did to Cassie. She has to feel like she's being victimized by that. So
Yeah.
to me, that's also on the prosecution. And then there's a lot of evidence that, supposedly the prosecution suppressed that could have helped. Like we have this escort coming out saying, hey, the prosecution knew about me. I told them what I saw her do. So that means you're suppressing information that could prove this man innocent.
Something
Listen,
else.
Gray,
Montana said it.
I said that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because we
so
were
I
like,
think
why? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's another win for Diddy because she's the most aggressive one.
Yeah.
So she's
Hey,
out,
hey, Gray,
you know.
Gray.
Mhm.
Then you got people coming out suing Cassie, the same person that you had to testify as a witness to convict Diddy. You got
Exactly.
somebody suing her right now.
Exactly. And I know that guy, I can't think of his name right now, but I know we've all seen him by now, right? Because he's making the rounds. He wrote a book. He wants to sell his book. He wants some money. But there's another person who is accusing her and Diddy also. There's a second accuser. So I'm pretty sure behind the scenes they're
Listen,
trying to do a lot of damage control because they don't really want Cassie to get drugged because really that's dragging the prosecution because you guys put her in this situation.
You
hey,
back,
Gray,
Montana?
yeah, I'm back. Hey, Gray, I want to say this right here, Gray.
Okay.
Another thing is that's why I don't believe. Now I believe that Trump made the call and say, "Hey, get rid of her," because you got the head attorney general is
Mhm.
in the White House at the state capitol. All right,
Mhm.
I believe Trump made the call to get her fired because now listen, you see all these budget bills Trump passing
Mhm.
to save money, and you just wasted government money on a trial that you looked really bad in.
Oh,
So you had
absolutely.
and you lost. It cost the government money, and we trying to save the government money by passing all these the big beautiful bill that he signed on July 4th for states to budget their money and with snaps and health insurance.
I don't know why she felt comfortable being there. Anyway, everybody knows, the whole world knows that he hates her father. So saying that his Justice Department, Pam Bondi, is going to investigate James Comey is no secret. Everybody knew it was coming. So why would you think he would really let you work in his Justice Department? Even if she hadn't lost the case. But losing the case is an excellent excuse to get rid of her.
Yeah, and they blame it on the Diddy, and they trying to throw it in our face, thinking it's the Epstein thing.
Well, I think it's a lot going on with the Epstein. I think that is connecting a lot of people, and that's why they want to suppress it.
Say that again, Gray. What did you just say that just now? The last thing you said?
That whole Epstein, whatever's going on there,
Yeah.
it's connecting a lot of people. Because you remember, we heard everybody had been on that plane. Clinton,
Uh-huh.
everybody claimed, oh, I was just a friend. I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
But so we know it's a list. It's a list of people because he flew people down on his plane to this island, and all planes have a manifest.
That's right.
Okay, a time you got on and a time you got off, and so you got the list. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, yeah,
You
there
got the
is
list.
definitely I allegedly, but I feel that there's definitely a list, and Trump is preventing the list from coming to fruition. We're not going to see the list. Trump is not going to allow that
No, he's not.
because it should
I
have been on the list.
but his tone has changed quite a bit, right? Before he got elected, he was like, "Oh, he's gonna let the Epstein files go, the JFK files, the MLK files. He's gonna tell everything on everybody, right?" And now he acting like, Elon said he on the list, but I think it must be somebody else, like maybe one of his kids or something, like. Because to me, he just seemed too invested.
Right.
He's calling his own supporters weaklings now.
Right.
If they want to see the list. I mean, that's pretty provocative. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like you could come up with a better story, like, well, we're still investigating, we're still looking at it. But for him to square off this way, like, okay, there's nothing to see and you're a dummy if you think so, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yep, I agree. Real quick, Harlem has gifted another membership. Harlem, I wish I could find it. I was on my iPad to try to do it as well. But if if anyone receives a free membership, you have to shout out Harlem and thank her for doing so. Thank you, Harlem.
So it's down in the comment line, just like if you were doing a super chat.
Yeah.
It says membership gifting.
Okay, let me see. I don't know why I can't find it.
Hey, we need a group chat.
We do.
I need y'all. I got you in Harlem. Instagram. What's your Instagram? Gray? You got to put in the comments.
I'm gonna have to put it in the comments.
And then Bridget is just Bridget Rogers or Bridget Rogers Daniels.
I'm gonna go. If y'all put in the comments, I'm gonna screenshot it.
It says Miss Jamaica Hinkle is received a membership by Harlem.
Yeah, that's who got the gift, the one that I just did.
Hey Bridget, if you in the comments, Bridget, if you're in the comments, put your Instagram in the comments.
That's so sweet. I want to give one. I just don't see it.
You went to the live?
This channel love.
Yeah, should I go to the live?
Go to.
Go ahead. Okay.
Go to the live.
Yes,
go to the live.
Montana. Hush.
I'm there, friend. Where we go?
So you see the chat line and you see the little dollar sign there?
Yeah.
Click the dollar sign.
Oh, thank you. So easy, right in my face.
Well, this channel
membership
Harlem. She the only one can give people memberships.
Yeah, because I want to do it. I'm like,
Where the heck is Alberta at?
I think she may be asleep. I tried to reach out to her.
Well, tell her she has a warrant for her arrest. Turn herself in to the Blink County.
Yeah, I'll tell her.
Tyler Durden, hello. Welcome to the chat. We are having a conversation about the trending information on Maurene Comey, who has just been fired on today, as well as we are also still in conversation about Beyonce and the things that have been stolen from her and how suspicious that might be. The link is in the chat if you'd like to come up and speak. Harlem has given out a free membership. We do want you guys to get on the membership board. We got a surprise coming up this Sunday on our live, a great interview. So we're going to mention it at the end of this live. You guys continue to come and follow us. Remember to like when you come in because it's a free way to support us, but also become a member so that you can get into these members only rooms. All right, y'all have at it. Let's continue the conversation. So if you want to talk, you can hit the link and come up.
I just screenshotted it, Bridget, your Instagram. I just got it. I'll add you after the live.
Okay, since we're on a little pause right now because I want to continue this conversation. Hey, Willie Frazier, welcome back. It says send a super sticker. It says then it just stay like $49.99, and then it has all these little things, $2.99, all that.
No, you want membership gifting.
Okay.
You see membership gifting? Because it should be super stickers, super chat, membership gifting.
Super
It's gonna
sticker.
be a long night because you know Willie about to hit the goddamn long link. We ain't
Hey,
going nowhere no
Willie
time
Frazier.
soon.
That's not nice.
Ninja, Ninja Plague says, let's see, if they would have charged, let's read it. If they would have charged Cassie and Jane Doe instead of worrying about KK, they would have had their RICO, and they had a. That's the truth, but they offered that immunity to them. They didn't. I think they just had their playbook all wrong to present to get him really convicted on this because we expected more. But I can agree with that, Ninja.
Well, if they had charged Cassie and Jane, they wouldn't have victims.
They it's true, but it's still, I feel like he could be right. If they wouldn't have victims, they had to have somebody as a victim. But let's just say they did charge Cassie and Jane Doe. Do you think they would have reached it? I mean, it would have been clear as mud.
No, because we're your victims.
Yeah, you still gotta have the victims, right?
Well, if you're claiming it's sex trafficking, it's just so it was just so many things wrong with the way this case is set up. You know, first of all, you're supposed to be making money from trafficking. It's really forced prostitution.
Right.
It's not just your boyfriend trying to get you doing something freaky. Okay. So it's just I don't see it.
I mean, when you think of sex trafficking, you think of they tied up in the back of a doggone van and you transporting them from Florida to North Carolina. They force this on that, tie they up, put a bag over their face, tie them up in the back of the van to take them somewhere else.
Yeah, it's
Against their
forced
will.
prostitution because
Right.
we understand prostitution to be illegal, but we also understand that sometimes the women go along with, well, you think they were coerced, and now you tend to understand prostitution, right? So sex trafficking is forced prostitution for money, you know. So I think they had a long way to go. Now they claim this was for his own gratification. It wasn't for money. Okay, that's, you know, it's just a lot of things did not go with the way it was supposed to go in the case. Also with sex trafficking, you might think, you know, you maybe you trick some woman into, you know, having relations and you're getting money somehow, and maybe she doesn't know. I think that could be sex trafficking. But all it is, it seemed like a lot of consent, a lot of knowledge.
Hey,
So
Gray.
I thought it was very hard to get there.
And Gray. And if you're gonna charge somebody with self trafficking, ex trafficking, it should have been the prostitutes because they're the ones with benefit, because they're the ones was getting paid.
Well, I absolutely kept saying that. Now, if they wanted to do that, if they wanted to charge Cassie and Diddy and claim that they were trafficking the men, I think that's a you know, to me, you have more traction there. But
Hey, Tyler.
Tyler
I
said
mean,
he tired of hearing about Diddy. I know, and I thought it was getting a little quiet, but just as soon as something happened, it pops off again. And I don't think we'll stop hearing about him till after his sentencing. You know, I just think it's just gonna keep going. But I get it though, because that's all that we've been talking about.
well, I hope the sentencing, you know, he really needs to be let go. He never should have been arrested in the first place. Not if this is all they have.
Gray, do you
Mm-hmm.
think, all right, now that the prosecutor being fired for all this stuff that's coming up allegedly, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
everything is still allegedly till she go to court and found guilty. So if she get found guilty of all this stuff, all them cases that she tried got to be dismissed now.
Well, the ones that she's currently managing, anything that she got a prior conviction on, they'll probably let the conviction stand unless they're trying to say she was let go for prosecutorial misconduct, which today when they issued the statement, they didn't give a reason.
But they don't have to if they saying bribery.
Are they saying that Maurene Comey accepted some bribes?
No, so what it was is that there was, as this broke today, there were different conversations that we heard. And one of the conversations was that she was fired under the let me get it so I can say it right, that she was possibly fired under Article 2 under the Article 2 Constitution, which consists of, let me read it to you.
Okay.
Which consists of so it says under Article 2, under the Constitution, that a president, a vice president, a civil officer could be removed under the impeachment. And what some of the reasons are: for treason, for bribery, for high crimes and misdemeanors. And that these people that are fired like this usually abuse their public office, right? And they're not able to maintain their integrity, and they, so they're doing something outside of what the law is, right?
And that's
What they're
enough.
saying is that, I'm sorry, Montana.
No, I was
But
saying I was just saying that's enough for what you talk about. Like that's enough for her cases to get appeals or overturned that she tried.
if this,
Yeah. So if you're saying if the DOJ wants to actually prosecute her for that, not just let her go, but actually make a case of it, because Trump has made it clear that they're investigating her father. So if she's going to be investigated also, and if it's later determined that there was some misconduct, then yeah, that will put all her convictions in jeopardy.
Yeah.
which is why I'm saying I believe that Trump has his hand in this, in firing her, allegedly, in my opinion, because he wants to be able to, he's going to pardon Ghislaine. He's going
You
to
think
pardon,
so?
huh?
You think he's going to
I
pardon Ghislaine?
think that he will pardon
But
Ghislaine Maxwell.
but
Yes.
but Trump and either Trump or the U.S. Attorney General of the United States, the head Attorney General, either him or Trump, the only person that can fire her. So
Right.
No, the letter that she got fired her probably was signed by Pam Bondi because she's the attorney
Pam
general.
Bondi, yes.
Yeah.
But Pam Bondi I think, got direction from Trump.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go fire this lady. I want her
Mm-hmm.
out. I want her out. And so that's who Pam, but he's her Pam. Trump is Pam's boss. And if I tell
Mm-hmm.
you to go fire her, those are my direction. You go fire her. And you tell her
Mm-hmm.
this is why she's being fired.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Trump did have something. He doesn't like her dad. He doesn't want any of them on his cabinet, nothing to do with them. Hello,
yeah,
Alicia. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. You guys, again, the link is in the chat. If y'all want to jump in on this conversation, please feel free. We do respect everybody's opinion here. So what are you thinking about that, Gray? Harlem, Montana, y'all, what are you thinking?
just like I said, of course Trump made the call to do so, but just like I say, I think all the cases, if she get charged, everything will be looked at now. Like, that when he go up for sentencing, will it be? I don't think it out now. Since it's too early, she been charged with anything or been convicted. I don't think she will be convicted anytime soon. But what I'm saying, because it's gonna take probably years for the case to even get to court if she charged. But later on, it could be a dismissal.
Mm-hmm.
Afrolicious Alice RN says they're going to fire everyone who's had access to the Epstein list to bury it forever. The cover up of all cover up. I do believe it, because we should have had a list. There is a list. You can't tell me there's no list, but it's being
Mm-hmm.
covered and they are not going to let us see the list. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Very Afrolicious, and welcome to our chat. We appreciate you being here. That's crazy. Anybody else?
But yeah, so but that's what I think though. So, and I knew she was gonna get fired. I just was waiting. When she lost that trial,
Mm-hmm.
I said she gonna get fired. That
You
was
think
one
the
of
other
the
5 are going to get fired?
that's why that case was so high profile. They ain't even want it on TV. They ain't even want no media, and they had nothing. So you know that was a serious case and a
Mm-hmm.
very important case, and you blowed it.
So federal
Montana, do
trials
you
don't
think
get
they're going to fire
televised.
the other 5?
You say what?
Do you think
Federal
they're going to
trials
fire
don't
the
get
other 5?
televised.
Wait, is two
They do
people
get
talking?
tried. They do get televised, Harlem.
Not federal,
Yes, they do.
not federal, state, not federal. Federal have never been televised.
You had
Bird.
you had the YSL trial televised.
That was a state case.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I was just asking you, Montana,
So
if
you
you thought they're going to fire the other 5 lady prosecutors.
No, because that lady was the downfall. Because I think she was the head one.
Mm-hmm.
They see when you go to trial, when you go to trial, just like how your legal team come up with a team put together to prepare for a trial to represent
Mm-hmm.
you. That's the same thing the prosecutors do. They get all their top dogs in their district to come join in, and make themselves a team, and for the trial. That's how they do. Even in
Mm-hmm.
state, that's how they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when other people that got other prosecute, like you got different prosecutors in the district. You probably got 10, 20 prosecutors in the same district, right? So you might
Mm-hmm.
got this man might be posted trying to go to court, but his prosecutor say, "Hey, I can't get you into court till 4 months from now because I'm in a trial because they teaming up with the other prosecutors."
Mm-hmm.
So your case on hold till your prosecutor get finished with the other with the case they working on. They teamed up on.
Yeah.
Y'all, just in case the link got buried in the chat, I have posted it again just now if you want to get in. Willie Frazier said that's how karma worked. Diddy happy now.
So since she was the head prosecutor, she was the head prosecutor that was assigned to that case. That she gonna be the downfall.
Well, we'll continue to follow this and see what else is going to unfold. I think I saw somebody in the chat say, or maybe you said it great too, that eventually, as the days come, the rest of them are going to be let go as well on the prosecution. Maybe not just publicized like that, but
Mm-hmm.
possibly going to be let go. So we're going to watch and we're going to see,
I
how
don't
that plays
I don't
out.
think so.
You don't think? You don't think?
Nah, because only the person who only the head prosecutor of that case is gonna be the downfall because it was her case. Those other people, they wasn't helping her work on that case prior to that trial. Only time the other prosecutors got involved is when they was preparing for the trial. Other than that, she was the prosecutor doing the investigation and everything. She the one who signed the warrants and all.
Mm-hmm. I think that I'm answering Willie Frazier in that question right there.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the racist feds? Do y'all think the racist feds not done with Diddy?
Well, I think Maurene Comey was a good step in helping the feds leave him alone. Yeah, I don't think Trump is interested in prosecuting him at all, and this is his Justice Department right now. So that's pretty lucky, for Diddy, right? So, and this judge, they say this judge has only been on the bench for 2 years. So I think when he sees the firing of Comey and he sees how political this all is, he's not going to want to give Diddy any more time than whatever the guidelines say.
Let me tell you something. All right, you got Trump from New York, right? You
Mm-hmm.
got Diddy from New York. Some way,
Mm-hmm.
we all these Diddy Ben had all this money. So somehow, in within these years, Trump done benefited from Diddy, and Diddy done benefited from Trump. Cause they all in the same circle. The money in the same circle.
Well, you recall that when Trump tried to run for president, I guess for the third time, this last time before he was elected, uh, I think he had two cases going in New York. New York was very much against him. Remember, Letitia James won that big lawsuit against him. He had to
Yep.
post more than $300 million bond in cash. I remember that it was a Friday. He had to post it. They were going to try to take the Trump Towers. So this president is very sensitive to what they call lawfare. All these lawsuits being, put against you for reasons other than pure reasons. So I think he very much is the type to seek revenge, Trump. And I think he wants to clear out any case in the DOJ that he does not think is important because he wants to prosecute his enemies, I think.
But I don't think he won't. I don't think he won't Diddy because if that was the case, Diddy wouldn't beat no charges if they wanted Diddy. If he
Yeah, I don't
wanted
think
Diddy.
he's interested in Diddy at all. That
Yeah.
wasn't him. That was done under Biden.
Yeah, that's
What else
what
do
I
we have
think.
out here? He said they'll take a 3 week vacation and move to the private sector, making 3 times as much. He talking about the prosecutors, I think. What else do we got? Actually, it was political, y'all. They saying this whole thing was political.
I don't think it's political because what she benefiting from it being political.
Right.
What else we got? Okay. All
She
right.
wasn't no
Anybody
she wasn't no benefit to the politics.
who Comey?
And the,
Are we talking Comey?
Call me, yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
neither
prosecutor.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, as for them going into the private sector, you have to fend for yourself. If you're a lawyer in the private sector, you want to be one of these big firms, maybe your name will get you there, but once you're there, you're going to have to earn your keep. And if she does like she did at the DOJ, she going to be in the cheese line somewhere.
And then another thing is you could tell she just like I said, she ain't no benefit to them because you probably got half of them in the politics don't even know who she is and never met her.
They know who she is because of James Comey.
That's the only reason why.
Yeah,
If it was
he was the head of FBI when Trump got there. Trump believed that he was trying to take him down. There was a conspiracy against him. So Trump fired Comey during Trump's first term in 2016. He fired him straight away. And Comey wrote a book about it. He's been upset about it. He posted something nefarious a few months ago about Trump. It said, I think it was said 18747, something that numbers that meant the president killed 47. So it's a lot of hostility going on there. I think Trump is in a position now he knows, who some of his enemies are. And in his mind, one of those people is definitely James Comey and maybe even his daughter.
Mm.
So I think a lot in terms of what's getting ready to happen politically. It's a lot. I don't know if you guys follow some of the stuff that's going on around the world with Ukraine and Russia,
Yeah, I do.
but Putin, every time he has one of his enemies, he don't even let him live a few hours.
Hmm.
One of his guys, he fired him like the day he fired him. I think it was like Monday or last week or something. And a few hours later, he was dead.
But
So,
but great though. Like I don't believe like he trying to get rid of the enemies. You know what I'm saying? I think because at the end of the day, the type of person Trump is, allegedly, he get rid of enemies. Like you see what he do with other countries when they don't do what he say or disagree with him. What he do, send airstrikes, right?
you mean to Russia through Ukraine,
Yeah, like the other ones with
or
like a
you
couple
mean
of.
Iran?
You remember the last time he sent he sent airstrikes without the Senate and all them permission.
Right, you mean to Iran because he said they had nuclear weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then even his last term he sent airstrikes without telling nobody. So if he do that to other countries, imagine what he'll do to people over here where all his power at.
I think according to the Constitution, he was well within his rights to do that. According to the Constitution, he is the leader of the military. And according to Trump, it was not an act of war. He was trying to just make sure they did not develop nuclear weapons. He was not trying to go to war with Iran. But somebody had something up there that I wanted to respond to. One of those comments. It went away.
Which one was it?
It was like 2 or 3 comments ago.
Let's see.
Oh,
Not that
that's
one.
what it was right there. That one.
This one.
Yeah. I think no, because they already had him on that. That time was there. Remember, they had the guns. They showed the guns in the trial, and they even had a couple of guns that had the serial number erased.
The pow pows.
I'm sorry, the pow pows. So I think that if they were going to do that, they would have done that. They must have had some reason. I think that those pow pows were found in Florida, and they were found in his security case. So I think they were properly stored away according to Florida law, and I think that's probably why they didn't move forward with that. Likewise with the drugs, they did put the drugs on trial too. So I think that ship has sailed.
Good question, Willie. Tyler says, listen, she took a lot of resource money from the federal government, investigators, Homeland Security, etc. Yeah, with that trial, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And running up that bill like that, they say this is the most expensive prosecution in all of the federal government's history. To
Remember,
prosecute
I
this
said
young
it cost
man.
them money, especially 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
then they had to pay jurors for 2 months straight, all type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they probably ran lots of tests on lots of things, and I think she was trying to run the bill up because she wanted her RICO. So I think she wanted a reason to take the money, right?
She wanted a reason to take the money.
Yeah. So if you're trying to get a RICO, that means you're going after the person's asset.
Yes, got you.
But in
I got
this
you. I'm
case,
sorry. Yeah.
they didn't even make the argument that he had made any illegal money. So that can't be your reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess your reason would have to be that he cost the federal government all this money.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, this was good conversation tonight. I appreciate, as always, you guys being here, us able to talk as adults and have our own different opinions, because we're very different on this panel. We be having very different opinions a lot of time, and we're able to, you know, have those conversations. And that's what this channel is a bit about, because we live over here. So remember, you guys, this Sunday we are going to have Miss Coley on, who is Ramir, who is Jay-Z's alleged son, who is trying to get a DNA. We're going to have Miss Coley on, and she's going to just talk about it from the beginning to the end. She says there's really nothing we got to stay away from. So we can talk about whatever. So we're going to talk to her on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Central Time, which will be 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which will be 5 p.m. on the West Coast over in California, where Bridget is. So 7 o'clock Sunday. But tomorrow we'll be right back here live around the same time. We'll post it or whatever, and we'll continue this conversation. As always, you know, we would ask that you would hit the like to support the channel, a free way to support the channel, and also go ahead and get that membership so that you can be a part of our exclusive rooms. Anything
drop
else?
y'all. Oh, my bad. I was telling everybody don't forget to drop their IGs, and you'll add us to the group chat.
Yes. So
Phases, I thought tomorrow you have the interview on Instagram.
Oh, that is right. Yes. Keep me in line, Harlem. So tomorrow, instead of, and he's gonna Montana, I'm supposed to get with him earlier. We're trying to get the live on YouTube too, but we're going to be live over on my IG page. We have Babyface's band members who we're going to be interviewing tomorrow amid their concert that's happening on Friday. So tomorrow night we'll be live on IG. We're trying to be live both YouTube and IG. So if we can't get on YouTube, we're definitely going to be over there at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. over on IG at Black Link Mag. If you guys want to come and join us tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow. And then Friday I'll be bringing y'all live from the Babyface concert, where I'll be front row and center. So I'll be bringing you that. And then we'll be back on schedule on Saturday and Sunday moving forward.
I want to say this right here. When you do, or you know, on StreamYard, right? It gives you the option to go live on X, YouTube, on all. It's like 15 of them.
Right.
When you do that, what happens when you hit the Instagram?
I'll have to stay on Montana after everybody's gone, so we're not holding up everybody up for that. Okay, if you can, for just a few minutes.
And Alberta, drop your IG, Alberta.
Yeah, Harlem, remind Alberta if she's not in here.
Okay.
To give him her IG.
You drop yours too, Gray?
I will.
Okay. All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much. Gray, as always, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. April being here tonight, coming up on the stage. Anybody is welcome. We just kind of have an open forum, especially when it's hot topics like this. But anyway, you guys, y'all have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you guys on IG tomorrow live. We're trying to get it live here. We'll promote it or whatever. So have a good night. Thank you.
Another great conversation. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Gray. Another great one. Yes, it was.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. So if I end it, will you be still on there, Montana?
Yeah,
if I end it? Okay, let me